Hey, hey, Universe and mining family. Grab your shovels and your pickaxes. Welcome to the show. I'm Nemesis, and of course, I'm not your babysitter. Do your own research, but let's dig in. Russian draft bill lacks core crypto terms after recent edits. And it thought that Russia wanted to be the, the crypto utopia of the world. Wanted to be the, like Crypto Valley. Like how we've got Silicon Valley in the United States, they wanted to be the Crypto Valley of Russia. Looks like they're having issues trying to figure out what to do in this space too. Looks like they're no different than every other government out there, not knowing what to do with it and wanting to make money. Let's see what they want, what they're doing. Russian deputies have removed the definition of crypto mining from a draft bill on digital currency regulation ahead of its next reading in the State Duma, major local news agency Interfax reports. Consequently, the new law will not clarify tax issues for miners. The chairman of the Duma Committee on the Financial Market, Anatoly Askanov, briefly explained the reason behind the deputies' decisions to eliminate a core crypto term from the bill. Earlier, we had some thoughts on Bitcoins and on their integration into our economic system, but as we decided we don't need them, these ambiguous Bitcoins, therefore we don't need mining as well. Oh, looks like they're taking steps back from being crypto friendly. Looks like they think they don't need anything they don't have anything to do with the Bitcoin. Looks like people are going to start circumventing them and mining without them knowing about it. If the laws were to define crypto mining, it would consequently also need to define cryptocurrencies, Askanov told Interfax. He further added it would be senseless to include mining in the regulation proposed by the government. He said mining should be brought under tax watchdog jurisdiction if needed. What? That's ridiculous. The mining of the coin is really close to just like buying it. You're just talking about 100% gains versus money I had to earn and already pay taxes on to get more gains. It looks like these people do not know what they're talking about. It is not immediately clear whether definitions for tokens and initial coin offerings and rules for crypto exchanges, which were included in the initial draft, remain in the current version. The draft presents laws which would proceed to the second of three reasons in Duma. The bill on digital financial assets was first introduced in January by the Russian Ministry of Finance. In March, a group of deputies headed by Akslov, I can't pronounce this guy's name, proposed a modified versions that would establish Know Your Customers regulations for customer identification verification on crypto exchanges, echoing the current requirements in the U.S. A draft of the bill was approved by State Duma in the first three hearings in May. However, before the second hearing scheduled for Duma, the autumn's session, a definition of cryptocurrency was removed from the bill. Mining then was defined as the release of tokens to attract investments in capital. What? In September, a lobby group from... Wait a minute here. Release of tokens to attract investments in capital? These people don't know what the hell they're talking about. Mining supports the network. These people need to sit there and learn what Bitcoin, blockchain, and mining is all about before they sit there and start talking to the world like they're in the know. This just made them look not so smart and made it very obvious that they don't know any more than the United States government, since they're obviously mimicking the laws with, oh, we're going to know our customers because we want to control who's going into the system. Not a good route to go down. Definitely not a good route. It should be trying to make the space easier to utilize, not throw up brick walls that's going to make it harder and make people want to circumvent what the government's doing. Now, I already know that Russia likes to impede absolute control over their citizens. So with that, I think that they're just gonna they want to talk like they're Bitcoin friendly until the point of them not having 100% control to turn somebody's money on and off like a light switch. However, before the second hearing scheduled, Duma's okay, I already went through that. In September, a lobby group from the Russian Union of Industrialists and Entrepreneurs started working on an alternative crypto regulation bill. According to RSPP Vice President Elena Serenko, the new bill will divide digital assets into 3 groups and help eliminate conditions in the state bills that she calls unfinished and fragmented. Ooh, looks like there's somebody over there in that space fighting for it. Hopefully this person knows what they're doing and is willing to educate everybody, because the more education that's out there, the better. I can't pronounce that name, spoke to Interfex at FinPools, a fintech event that was held in the Russian city of Sochi this week. During the conference, state officials discussed crypto and its role in the country's economy. The head of the Russian central bank, Elvira Nabulian, compared interest in crypto to a fever that was fortunately over. Wow, banks again, not knowing what they're talking about. Otherwise, they do know what they're talking about, and they're just trying to put FUD and misinformation into the market to try to get you, as a Bitcoin holder, to sell your Bitcoin at a discount directly to them. Stuff like this happened back in the, like the late 90s, early 2000s with all the .com. All these big companies were pumping the FUD out into the market, causing people to sell off their .coms. And they were selling off their .coms at a discount directly to these big companies that turned around in the .com era and made millions. So I hope that nobody is sitting here listening to these banks and taking them verbatim, like they know what they're talking about. These are traditionalists that are old school, that are afraid of change. And with that being said, what's your thoughts on it? I mean, do you agree with what I'm saying on how the Russian government needs to get into the know, get some knowledge, and stop listening to the banks? Or do you agree with the banks, and are you a traditionalist that hates change? Drop your comments down in below while you're down there. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and share the video with everybody. And of course, I'll definitely see you guys next time.